Hi, everybody. It's time for some tips with Terry. I'm Terry Pappy, and it is another tip episode for Tuesday. And today I wanted to talk about top of mind awareness. And as we all know in the digital world, building a list is where the money is, right? So you're basically pulling together a list of people who are interested in not only what you have to say, but also need help in an area that you provide assistance. So as you're working with building prospects and developing relationships, one of the most important things is building top of mind awareness. And what top of mind awareness means is that you're so present in their stream of information or as a touch point or however you're choosing to reach them, they're actually know you at the top of, they're your top of mind to them. So when they either meet someone, excuse me, when they either meet somebody or they actually are thinking, okay, now I'm ready to learn more, take that next step. Maybe I'll give Terry a call and have a consult with her, or maybe I'll actually go and do her startup program, or hire her to work with me on a KISS marketing map. So as you're working your prospects through the sales funnel, what you want to do is you want to be respectful of their time and space and their inbox, but you also want to be continually providing value. And there's a lot of different ways that you can do that. I'm hoping that you're building a business of you so that it's unique to what you are all about and your personality and everything that gets you excited and happy. And for me in business, that's all about inspiring people and helping them shore up their confidence and just really trust that they can aspire to and achieve the goals that they want for their business. And so I wanted to share just real briefly, I had this one client years ago, and she is still a medical doctor, and she worked for Mass General and in their performance improvement division. And she came to me and saying, Terry, I need a new website. This is 10 years ago. And so I started working with her and her team, and she was a consultant, and she would help healthcare organizations improve their performance so they could apply for the, Malcolm Baldrige National Quality Award. And she was brilliant, just very competitive, had a great team, and really was passionate about the work in healthcare. And so I started working with her, and we did customer discoveries and some really great work. And I realized that even though she had some constraints around what she wanted, she didn't really feel comfortable about emailing people, building a list that way. However, she did want to build relationships and get more business. So when I did research for her, I realized that the way that she was getting referred was from the CEOs of healthcare. So people weren't going online and just Googling, consultants for healthcare for Baldrige. They were actually picking up the phone and calling another CEO who had worked with someone through a performance journey. They said, who did you use? And then that CEO would say, I used my client. So it was really interesting because what we did was we did kind of a different approach to creating top of mind awareness. So what we put in CRM, so we worked with the CRM, and we actually did old school, pick up the phone and call people. And so the prospects, we would reach out to them, we would make friends with their administrative assistant, because, the executives, you'll never get them on the phone. But the goal was really just to say, hey, Kate's in town. We're going to be, let's get together for some coffee or whatever. So it was really all about just keeping Kate, my client, top of mind, and what she was doing top of mind. So we would constantly be just kind of dribbling little hellos, and we'd shoot emails and we'd do calls, but we weren't doing like the whole list thing that a lot of people do today. And I think this is one tactic that's really overlooked, is actually picking up the phone and talking to somebody, or at least reaching out. I know I get calls from people that are basically just, randomly, they don't know anything about my business or what I do. And they call up and they're like, you can tell they're reading a script. And it's horrible. And that's why we think that the phone calls are so unwelcome, because we get those kind. And the same thing goes for emails. We get those emails that are boilerplate and they don't know when, they're not personalized. You don't feel like they're talking to you. And that's what I mean. It's like about being respectful of people's time. We're in business. We're here to build relationships, to do work together, to help, our clients, and to, just forward our growth goals for our companies, right? So it's kind of understood that you're going to get a call, you're going to get an email, you're going to get a package in the mail, you're going to get outreach from people who want to do business with you. So this is just, people think it's so taboo to actually knock on the door and say, "Hi, how are you?" But when I say be respectful, it's really about understanding that if they're a prospect, that means that at some point between now and X date in the future, they're going to probably do business with you. So you've done some pre-qualifying. So create the top of mind awareness by building that relationship, reaching out to them, sending them things that you think will be helpful. And it was really amazing because this work that we were doing with Kate built her business up so successfully. She was turning away business. And the reason why, when I first introduced the story about this client doing this particular top of mind awareness work, is that her business grew so big, she actually ended up getting bought out by a super giant consultancy, and now she's running their healthcare division. So as happy as I am for her, I think we worked together for 8 years. And I just adore her to this day. She was a pleasure to work with, and she's brilliant. And I'm so happy she's having so much success. But I don't have her as a client anymore because now she's running this division. But it was a wonderful story and a really good learning experience for me to realize that there's not one way to do your marketing. And you can go old school and still really get benefit from building those intimate relationships, because that's what I'm all about. It's like, getting in there, really understanding who your clients are and looking for that long-term commitment where you're going to be a support for them. You're not doing the one-hit wonder. You're actually building a relationship that is going to be growing and blossoming over time, and you're both benefiting. So think of, excuse me, I still have my morning throat. So think of ways that you can build top of mind awareness that are unique to you, and don't be afraid to actually pick up the phone and reach out to a prospect. And, if it's not the right time for them, ask them some questions, ask them what they're struggling with, share some information, look at the ways that you can contribute to them, and it can be mutually beneficial where you're learning something and they're getting some value as well, and they're getting to know you as well. So if you have any questions about doing top of mind awareness campaigns or anything about that, feel free to reach out to me. As you know, I'm always here for you. Any kind of questions you have about building your business and getting more clients, especially the good ones that you want to work with for a long time, go ahead and just email me at terry@better3.com. Hey, I hope you have a great day and a great rest of your week. And I'm signing off. So have a good one.